You slip out of your mother's body directly into the dense, humid air of the Amazon, dropping straight into the swirling brown water below. There are no eggs to hatch from, and there is no maternal protection waiting for you. The mother leaves the exact second her young are born, leaving a 2-foot-long infant isolated in one of the most hostile environments on Earth. Right now, you are a long way from being a predator. A snake this small is an irresistible bite-sized meal for hunting caimans, massive birds, and jaguars pacing the riverbanks. The jungle offers no grace period for a newborn. To avoid these hunters, the infant relies entirely on immediate instinct, scattering away from its siblings to find cover. Survival on day 1 requires total invisibility. To be seen at this size is to die. That invisibility comes from the snake's most critical early asset, a highly complex, patterned mix of green and brown skin. This coloring acts as an optical illusion. As the infant slinks beneath the surface, it dissolves into the murky currents and dense underbrush. While a young anaconda is defensively vulnerable, it is offensively fast. It spots a fish, lets the current push it close, and clamps down its jaws with an explosive snap. The juvenile senses are already highly tuned, picking up the micro-movements of small frogs and fish vibrating through the water. Youth for an anaconda is a state of high kinetic energy. They dart, hide, and strike fast, burning energy to consume as much as possible to build the physical mass required for adulthood. Over the following months, that diet pays off. The snake undergoes a physical transformation, stretching to over 15 feet and packing on dense, heavy muscle. This chart maps out a biological trade-off. As body mass rises, raw strike speed begins to drop. Right at this intersection, the increased weight changes the rules of survival. The snake is too heavy to chase, forcing a new set of hunting mechanics. Even its camouflage serves a different purpose. Instead of hiding from predators, the adult snake uses its patterns to hide from its prey. The adult no longer navigates the jungle in fear. Its sheer size and stillness allow it to dictate the terms of engagement. This strategy requires significant patience. An adult anaconda will submerge itself just beneath the waterline, remaining still for days or weeks while waiting for a target to wander close. Its anatomy is engineered for this trap. By keeping only its eyes and nostrils above the water, the snake tracks the jungle through a keen sense of smell. At this size, the snake's mass must be sustained by large targets: wild pigs, deer, and capybaras. When one of these mammals steps to the river's edge, the strike is no longer a fast bite. The snake lunges, wrapping its heavy coils around the animal to deliver a suffocating compression. The only time this routine breaks is for a slow mating dance. They coil together for hours to pass on their genetics, before the female leaves to drop 20 to 40 young, starting the cycle over again. The anaconda doesn't survive through agility or complex problem-solving. It holds its place in the food chain through prolonged stillness and the mechanical force of its muscle. But that force has an expiration date. Years of hunting and carrying that immense weight gradually inflict wear and tear on the snake's body. The kinetic energy of its youth is gone. The snake is still strong, but its muscle fibers are exhausted, and its reaction times are slowing down. This decline forces a regression in strategy. The snake begins bypassing larger deer, opting for smaller prey, like capybaras, to conserve what energy it has left. The massive size that guaranteed its dominance in adulthood ultimately becomes the weight that traps it in old age. This reality plays out on the riverbank. A young deer wanders close to the water, unaware of the submerged predator directly beneath its feet. The aging snake watches, its muscles coil, attempting to summon the stored energy required for one perfectly timed strike. The water erupts, but the timing is a fraction of a second too slow. The deer bolts, and the heavy snake lunges into empty air. The animal sinks back below the surface. There are no second attempts. There is only a deep exhaustion, signaling that the body can no longer meet the demands of the environment. Predators in the Amazon rarely die in battle. They simply grow too slow and too tired to catch their next meal. until the jungle quietly reclaims what it made.